Yo, welcome back to the Nerd Den here. Once again, yeah, in another room. But yeah, today I am going to be talking about a theory that has been floating around since the report from the Mirror. And I would like to give credit to William Hu for making the video about the theory. And I have seen a few others discussing their opinions on it. And as you can tell by the title, it is about David Tennant returning in these alleged 2022 specials. No, I don't mean 2022 special episodes. I mean, obviously, the year, and there's meant to be 2 special episodes releasing. And I will be doing a separate video talking about when they could potentially be happening, because the Mirror have done a separate article that has just been released at the time of this video being made, so I'll discuss that after. But yeah, there is a theory that David Tennant is going to be returning, and this is for a number of reasons we've previously discussed on the channel, and that has been over the past couple years, David Tennant's Doctor has been receiving a shit ton of marketing all of a sudden, and he has kind of overshadows Jodie's incarnation of the Doctor. Like for the comics strips, for her series, the 10th Doctor has literally owned it. Like, the current comic series isn't even called the 13th Doctor series anymore. It literally is just Doctor Who. And there has been 2 seasons of the comic that have featured David Tennant's Doctor crossing over. And then we move on to the video games as well. Like, David Tennant's Doctor is in the new game, The Edge of Reality, that is meant to be releasing at some point this year. So that's interesting. And then we move on to Big Finish audios. There have been a lot of Big Finish audios released with the 10th Doctor, and David Tennant himself has reprised the role on several occasions. Now, this could be, because obviously, like, lockdowns and everything, he hasn't been able to obviously do a lot of TV work, so maybe, as like anyone would, he's adapted his, job, and, he's wanted to do more audios because he can just film remotely from his house. That is also a possibility, but the fact is, there has been a lot more promotion for the 10th Doctor, and even other Doctors as well, more so than Jodie's Doctor, that I can't lie, it is a bit unfair, because yeah, I do have certain negative opinions regarding the current era of the show, and yeah, David Tennant's Doctor is my favourite, but you're not helping yourself. The BBC, you're not helping yourself when you are literally continuously promoting previous eras that have, come and gone, and then you're trying to make this era work. It's like you're just hanging out to dry at this point. And yeah, the main reason why me, alongside others as well, are thinking that David Tennant could come back is because there has been a lot of crossovers already in different medias with these 2 Doctors, and I feel like the TV show would be the next option. And the reason why I'm saying the 2022 specials instead of Series 13 is because we could be heading towards another Twice Upon a Time scenario. And if you're obviously unsure what that is, the Twice Upon a Time was Peter Capaldi's last episode, and that featured the first Doctor kind of in his struggling to regenerate, and obviously Peter Capaldi's Doctor was the same. And yeah, they used David Bradley to come back to obviously play the first Doctor, because the original actor William Hartnell is no longer with us, so they used that, and yeah, it worked. But I felt like for Peter Capaldi's Doctor, it did kind of overshadow his era in a little way, and obviously this time it would be different, because we would have the original actor come back to play the role. And yeah, if this is the case, obviously, when the press announced that David Tennant is returning, a lot of older Doctor Who fans that aren't watching the show anymore would come back specifically for Tennant. It happened for the 50th anniversary. I remember a lot of people that I was friends with at the time only watched the 50th just because of Tennant, because I can't lie, that's like era was perfect. It was pretty much perfect, and that was like the golden age of Doctor Who for, like, in my opinion, and for several others. It was the golden age of Doctor Who, and yeah, I do feel like it is very likely he could return, and it could be a plan by Chibnall and maybe the BBC as well, and that's probably why Tennant is more likely to be approached than other Doctors, is because it would push the viewing numbers up significantly, especially if there was a press release, if it happens this year or something like that, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that there's going to be another Doctor to return, but it could happen. And another reason why I feel like another Doctor could return in a Twice Upon a Time scenario is because Series 14 isn't going to be airing next year. It will likely air in 2023. And that is the 60th anniversary year. And I feel like that, yeah, it is possible that the 14th Doctor's debut series could feature returning Doctors, but at the same time, the debut series for a new Doctor is meant to set up their characteristics and their take on the character. And obviously, if you have returning Doctors and have a 60th anniversary special, it is very likely to just kind of, overshadow their development and, to be honest, put a halt to it, because, you're going to have them technically, taking their place alongside their predecessors, but at the same time, it can be a bit messy. And honestly, the best way the BBC should approach it, that if, they are going to have a returning Doctor, whether it be Tennant or anyone else, it would probably do it next year for the specials. That, either way, there's kind of like this worry of overshadowing, Jodie's exit, or the next full series that will have the debut of the 14th Doctor. But I just feel like Jodie's era, it is heading towards a Tennant crossover, because all the other media, the official BBC media for comics and even the video games, are having her crossover with Tennant. So it is pretty much inevitable at this point. But I want to know what you all think of this theory. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below, because I think it is incredibly likely we could see Tennant crossover with number 13. It is a gut instinct. Like, at the same time, when I think of it, it could be a bit of a far-fetched theory, but we've had a crossover so many times now, and I think it is kind of inevitable at this point. So if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content, and I will see you all on my next video. Goodbye for now.